What's up YouTube? Thanks for tuning back in. Chase Games here, and today's video is, I didn't have any better ideas and I wanted to give you guys something for your afternoon grind before the reset. If you're watching this video today, again, make sure you use up your stand before reset today, because there's no bonuses between 4 and 10 East Coast time, so 6 hours after launch. Anyway, with more S ranks coming, and with me now just full bore saving onto my gems and not spending for a while, I wanted to do a box showcase because this is probably the best it's ever going to look. It's pretty good, guys. I'm super cool. Anyway, I'm rank 41. This close to top 40. If I'd, like, I don't know, spent a B scroll or something like that, taught an ability, I don't know, leveled up that level 1 gremlin instead of waiting for the battle road, I'd be top 40. Maybe I'll hit it tomorrow. Who cares? Guys, don't get caught up in the CP race. It's toxic as AF. Toxic AF. Let's keep it PG here today. Alright, so, just going to look at my box. You can see what I ranked up. I've done tier lists. I've talked about who to orb before, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you know, constant thing. I'll just go over the prince. Alright, I got this. This is in order of rank and obtained, I'm pretty sure. So I just got the prince, and I pulled one copy of him, and I had absolutely no intention of using my awakening fragments on the prince for one movement. Okay, one movement is important, but I mean, I was liking Bianca more before. I was thinking about her. Nera, I really like. She gets better. Let me see. Her awakening, I think, does it give, let me see. What does it do? Yes, okay. It increases spell potency and effect. By the way, I found this out recently. I've talked about it a little bit. Spell potency does not affect heals, okay? Spell effect increases heals, okay? So anyway, I thought for sure I would use my Hero Awakening fragments that I finally just got enough of on Nera, Bianca, or the Princess. I got her too. Her Awakening lets her restore 10 MP a turn to the entire party. That's pretty cool, okay? That could be like 1,000 MP, assuming it hits herself too. You know why I put it on the Prince? Because he has Sizzle. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to use this guy in Arena a lot. His wisdom is subpar, although I don't have a weapon on him. Yeah, his wisdom is really not great, but I can put a casting weapon on him. I don't really have a good Sizz weapon right now. I need to work on that. That's one thing I really don't like. They made a weapon just for the Prince, but it's only for his melee attacks. You put Sizzle on him. Give me a spell, you know, give me a weapon that can just general Sizz potency. That would be really cool. Even if it wasn't as strong. Like, what's the point of having a dual cast, like a hybrid character, caster melee, if he can only be spec'd for one at a time? Anyway, wine. Anyway, I think in Arena, the having a caster with range 3 could help. Because, I mean, if you've been playing Arena for a while, you know that, like, your Zoma's great, but on most maps, most weeks, he can't hit the front row. Maybe you can put him up on a corner where you can hit one thing. Okay, this guy, you can put him right in the middle, assuming, you know, depending on enemy layout, and he can move forward 3 and hit the first 3 rows, or hit the first row 3 units with Sizzle. Unfortunately, I'm not sure he has the wisdom to back that up, but you can put, maybe that 100-point staff will make a difference on him. We're going to find out eventually. Anyway, he's the only spellcaster with move 3, with A-rank spells. I don't give a shit about Bone Baron. And there goes the PG. Okay. Seraphy. Enough said. And another PSA. Guys, don't chase Seraphy. I know she's really good, and I know that it's going to, like, it could lock you out of a couple of stages, okay? But getting her with your gems only gives you a chance at her, okay? Hopefully, if we get all of the JP banners that are coming, okay, in about 4 months, you can get her guaranteed for 30,000 gems on a banner that's also very good. Okay, so please wait on her. But anyway, yeah, literally, she's a stupid good healer. Stupid as in, like, Square shouldn't have done this. Like, it's really stupid that she is irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. But that's a whole other video. Anyway, I got her, and I was able to use slime fragments and just a couple of master metals to get an awakening on her for her MP regen. MP regen on a healer is obviously amazing. She can just heal all day for the most part. We all know about Seraphy. A Stark, awesome. As soon as part 2 drops this tonight, I'm going to get an awakening copy with him. I'm just waiting to get those free boss fragments from the shop. Juliante, I underestimated her. Her ability to buff the whole party is better than I thought it would be. I honestly thought that Oomph would be a flat out better ability, but it's full out melee parties are getting a lot better now. I kind of reviewed her with a past mindset. Then the fact that she gets a talent bloom is amazing. Also, she came right around the time when everybody started to realize that we've been ranking up all of our boss and hero units and all this. I need some 50-point units for arena. Mine's not. I don't know if I'd call mine arena viable with no awakenings, but she is. You know, she's decent there. She'll attack you. She'll buff your units the first turn. Mine I wouldn't take into arena, but let me see. I chose my... actually, I was going to use my water ring on Nera. I got her with the paid ones only, so I did happen to get Nera. I really want to awaken her, but I just don't have the fragments for it. I explained why I spent them on the Prince. But she's fantastic. Great single target heal. A lot of times a lot of times when you're using cover, that's all that matters. You're healing one unit, okay? It's better than mid heal. She gets some MP regen. It's not infinite. It happens on round 3 and 5, so it's a substantial. But it's not like she has sporadic MP regen where she could potentially just heal all day. But anyway, I mean, she can easily go 15 plus rounds doing a large single target heal every single turn. And she has 2 A rank spells of different elements. Swoosh that can also put things to sleep, and then most of us know about Nera. Okay, anyway, she's amazing. She was my first choice for brides. Halberdsaurus, obvious. I still need 4 more copies of him. I've been lazy. In fact, I'm probably going to be a CP whore and go for the rest of the A rank armors in the shop before I spend another 3,200 points on his last awakening. Anyway, terrific unit. Really arena only. In PvE, depending on the situation, he can destroy some things in PvE, but if you need, like... He's never going to do, like, a big hit. He's going to do enough to, you know, mess up minions, maybe knock them out. He'll do good damage to a boss, but, like, you know, when you're going after a boss and you want to do 1,000 plus damage to him, that's not Halberdsaurus. But anyway, amazing unit. You know, he should be a priority to orb just because you are going to max him out eventually, as long as you do your arenas, even if you're only doing them on 40 or 60 point tiers. But anyway, orb him up after you orb up the big boys. Sorrow, obvious. If you're brand new, Sorrow for the first 3 turns has a magic bouncing shield on him, which just makes him incredible, and he's hella strong. Yeah. Let's see. I think he came out before Juliante, so he was also the first Big Bang user. There were a couple others, but they just weren't nearly on his level. Elena, I haven't really used mine too much at max level. I need to get her abilities up. Glass Cannon. So I wouldn't... I don't know. I'm not huge on her. Maybe she's a lot better than I expect, but she can definitely pack a punch. But it's like Hellion. Yeah, she can do huge damage, but as soon as you breathe on her, she's going to fall over. Zoma. Zoma's fantastic, okay? He's got... I really underestimated when he first came out. Glacial Doom, very strong. AoE. It's going to do a lot more than a lot of single target attacks, okay? And it can hit 3 things 3 away. He's got Dark Robes, which really doesn't make that much of a difference, but he does have 20% damage reduction. I think it only lasts 3 turns. It's something. You know, his leader skill can increase his Glacial Doom damage and Psy Cannon. So as long as something doesn't have spell resistance or Spell Reflect, something of that nature, he's going to do great damage to anything. Is it going to be like hitting them with a strong spell that's brilliant? No. But it's also never going to be ineffective. Except unless there's, some kind of spell reflection or resistance, whatever. Anyway, it's just hella strong. Even I will bring him along sometimes if I don't have better options, and I just want a spellcaster. Even if they're resistant to crack damage, I'll bring him for Psy Cannon. Okay, and he's an arena. He just kills an arena. Lionheart, great melee, 3 movement. I don't have his abilities up. He'll do great melee damage. He's not one of my favorites. He is a 50-pointer. The reason I'm not crazy about him is because, hey Piscini. Yep, that's right. Hargan is underwhelming. Don't go for him. The reason I don't like him is because I consider skipping ahead White King a far superior spellcaster, but I prefer, Whoosh user. But yeah, I would rather have Kaswoosh than his Windy Slices, but it depends on the situation. Anyway, I'll probably start using him in Arena every once in a while now that he is level 110, and I just kept drawing copies of him. I didn't wail out on any of his banners, okay? I got him once, because I was stupid. I did spend a fragment on him, which I regret. And then I got 3 more copies through the anniversary, because screw me. Royal Reptile. I don't know if I can still suggest going, orbing up Royal Reptile. It's definitely not, I wouldn't call it a mistake. I wouldn't chastise anybody for it, but we do have other Zap users now. He is still the only 50-pointer, I believe. Well, actually, Lionheart has a darn good Zap ability. It is technically only a B rank, I believe, but it can do, let's see, this thing's probably 80% potency, so, oh, that hits 4 times, so, it's like 320% potency, where Zap Slash would be 405, so it's not weak, but, I mean, if you've got like an A unit with a Zap weakness, that's still going to take it down 100% of the time, unless it's a tank or something. Also, all 4 hits have to connect. That can be a little tough on units like Lionheart, which is, I would actually give the edge to Draguar over Lionheart, but I have 1 Awakening on Draguar. But anyway, Royal Reptile, awesome 50-point unit. Zap Slash is really good. For a while, it was relatively unique as an A rank element. And he's resistant to crack, so Zoma used to be like the only threat in Arena, like the big bad boy. There are so many things that you want to avoid in Arena now, but when it was Zoma, that made him very special because he will just shrug off Glacial Doom. And the AI in Arena really doesn't like Psy Cannon, so small blessing. Dragon Lord True Form, terrific, okay? Terrific. He is 65 points, but he has that fire ability, and it can just mess up half the team. If something has low HP and is weak to Frizz, he'll one-shot it, or have it so that it can just be knocked over with literally any attack. So he's great. I mean, in Arena, I really like him with a Nightclubber or Halberd Saurus. They can just go up and do 3 things. I mentioned if you happen to get a few copies of Claude, okay, that's another thing. If you can just do like 30, 40, 50% damage with your attacks to 2 or 3 different units, and then you've got other units next to him that do the same thing, you're going to knock out 2, 3, 4 units together. But it depends on the battle. You can't always get away with that. Nightclubber, okay? I talked about Nightclubber before, okay? Right now with the Beast Armor and... Okay, I don't like to... A lot of people, when they talk about melee units, they're like, well, if you put the Flail of Destruction on them, blah, blah, blah. There's only one Flail of Destruction. What if you have an all-melee party? You can't spec everybody with the Flail of Destruction. So anyway, these stats are with the Flail, but it's just the Beast Armor on them. I didn't give him Platinum Armor, anything like that, or... Sorry, I always want to say Platinum Armor instead of the Liquid Metal Slime Armor. 704 defense. Guys, it's ridiculous. HP at 900 with this equipment is not amazing at Max Awakening, but if you only have... Let's say you're going against a team with only 1 or 2 casters. First of all, you want to take those out right away. And if you can accomplish that, okay, if you're talking about only taking physical damage for the rest of the battle, he's not going to take any damage, guys. It's just none. Between his 700 defense... Okay, so let's say... Let me break out the calculator here, because I've talked about him before, but let's explain why 700 defense is good. Alright, so... Doing the very start of the attack equation, okay? You half defense, and then subtract a quarter of defense. So let's say we've got a monster with 500 attack, okay? That's 250 minus a quarter of his health, okay? So that would be, let me see, 350, 175, 176 exactly, okay? Alright, and now, alright, so this is a relatively strong monster at 500 attack, okay? And let's make it an A rank, or an S rank too, okay? So he's going to do a maxed out A rank single target attack for 405% potency. This times 4.05, okay, times 0.7. That's how much damage he's going to take from a strong monster with a strong ability, okay? And then if he's weak to it, I mean, times 1.5, okay, 300, okay. And then, what did I say it was? Yeah, 300 before. If he's resistant, I mean, he's taken, like... Well, anyway, that didn't come out. I mean, if he's resistant, he's taken, like, what'd I say, 150? Or, no, sorry, it's 209. Yeah, 210. Alright, times 0.5. He's taking 100 damage to anything he resists, which is Frizz and Sizz, which is great, because, you know, then if you say, what about breath damage, Chase? You know, that's a lot of damage in Arena. Well, it's Frizz and Sizz, so he resists that too. He's an amazing Arena unit. Don't laugh at him. There's a reason they didn't bloom him, okay, guys? If you have 3, 4, 5 Awakening on your Nightclubber, take a chance. Because he does have 460 attack in this setup, okay? That's... Ultra Stomp is not super strong, but if you compare it to breath abilities, you know, this cone or fan effect, whatever you want to call it, okay? He's doing a good amount of damage to everything. He also has a higher chance to crit, so, you know, he can do that. Also, raises Beast physical potency by 20% as his leader skill. Actually extremely relevant. There's a lot of good Beast units. So, do not sleep on Nightclubber. Also, named after Retro Revolutions, one of my patrons. If you want to have one of my units named after you for all time, any unit you want, okay? Go to patreon.com/chasegames, join a tier. I'm lying about the $3 tier right now, okay? I'm so desperate for patrons that if you come in and just do even the $3 tier, I'll name something after you, okay? So come on in to that. And I'll try to point out my other units that I named after patrons. I don't quite remember all of them. Bianca is terrific. She's something I really want to orb, but, you know, it's tough. There's only so many orbs. Oh, I skipped ahead. Hybrid. Hybrid is like a utility character. Unfortunately, he doesn't do high damage, and he also can't really take hits. I do regret the orbs I put into him. That being said, he's far from useless. Yeah, he's got some use, but unfortunately, he's not really an arena unit. He can get up there and he can do damage to anything turn 1. Anything in Arena turn 1. But he's probably not going to kill it, and then he's going to get just taken out instantly. Dragon Lord, human form. Love this guy. I've talked about him plenty of times. Okay, he's going to get even more ridiculous. Okay, I still don't like him in Arena, but if you have a lesser box, sorry, that's condescending. But anyway, if your box isn't as good as mine, okay. He could make your Arena team. Although, if you bring him to Arena, make sure you level up Kafrizzle, because you'll probably be using that. That's what you're going to have to use turn 1. So, level up Kafrizzle. And White King, obviously amazing. Good leader perk. I've talked about it before. Don't get caught up in saying, oh, I need to have an all-caster team because White King is my leader and he has a spell potency boost. Fuck that, okay? 2-3 spellcasters, he's a good enough leader skill, okay? Don't try to get your whole team to be under one leader skill, because then you just have one team with like the same strengths and the same weaknesses for the most part. Not element-wise. I mean, like team full of all casters is going to get destroyed by, you know, the wrong kind of enemy. Okay, so Bianca, I started going on about that. Very good. I want to orb her up again. I learned out the hard way last week during Zap Element Week in Arena that she's fast as hell and can take out a Zoma when she has her attacks buffed, so that's good. Oomph is an amazing ability. Sometimes if you're only trying to focus on 1 or 2 units, Oomph might be better than something like Juliante's a buff or Gritty Ditty on Seraphy. By the way, the fact that Seraphy has a better version of Juliante's buff because it is ranged is just amazing. She's just stupid. Also, just a little thing. There's a reason that Emperor Slime hasn't been bloomed yet, okay? Because she made him perhaps not worthless, but Emperor Slime literally pales in comparison to Seraphy in every single way. Why haven't they bloomed Emperor Slime? Because they want you to keep knowing that you need Seraphy. Anyway, I think that's kind of dirty. Baramos. I'm pretty sure he's the most damaging spellcaster. He will get an orb from me soon because I just kept pulling him during the anniversary too. I think I got 3 copies in total. I did not buy an awakening for him. Anyway, I mean, he's just... You're only bringing him when you're looking to exploit a bang weakness, which is obvious, but, I mean, he's not like Zoma where he's got Psy Cannon. He doesn't have a second element. He's slow, which is good in Arena, bad in PvE sometimes. So, not the most exciting unit, but if you get a couple of copies of Baramos, don't whine because people like on the internet like to make him a meme. Okay, he's a damn good caster. Okay, and he'll probably get an amazing bloom sometime soon. It could actually be very soon because JP is just about to add Dragon Quest III to the their whatever they call the system where you can do the old events. I would imagine I wouldn't be surprised if blooms came along with that. Although Zoma's obviously in no need of bloom talent awakening. Okay, Emperor Slime, terrific multi-healer. He will, in one turn, will out-heal Seraphy. But I mean, I think even one click of her regen just completely blows them out of the water. And then there's Helper Seraphy, and she has a better MP regen ability. So yes, just not nearly as good in any area. And I would say, well, maybe he's resistant to certain things, but mine is level 100 to Awakening. Wow, I always forget. Now, this will go up a little bit with gear, but you're not putting HP gear on him. 335 HP. It's just sad. Crap agility, good wisdom score, and high defense, but I did go on about how amazing Nightclubber's defense is, but first of all, he's not nearly as high. He's 200 less. And also, literally just almost any attack of any other element will just one-shot him. Even resistant damage will put him in danger, if not just take him out. So, yeah, you're only bringing him on fights where you can use a cover tank, and a lot of those tough fights now are also throwing in Frigid Wave or Stun or Paralysis to mess that up, so he's a bit of a risk on some fights. Still, far from useless. If you have him, get it. The thing is, if you have Seraphy, though, I would not suggest putting an orb into him. Alright. The Princess. I mentioned her. Very good unit. I want to orb mine soon. It's just... I think I want Bianca first. It's a shame not to awaken Baramos, rank up Baramos. So I'll probably do him first. And she'll need 2 orbs, obviously. Bianca and Baramos only need 1. But, yeah, she's got, for me, she's my only... Well, no, I'm sorry. I've got Bianca now, but yeah, she's got Kazap. So she's only the second, Zapple user. And, that's ranged. Then she's also got, Earth-Shattering Kaboom, which is Bang Spell, which I've talked about before. It's not very rare anymore, especially on casters. But it's a spell. Oh, sorry, this is only, this is unusual for it. It only hits 1 enemy. I didn't notice that before. It doesn't have the normal boom AoE pattern, but it can greatly lower defense for 3 turns. This can be extremely useful on some fights. Very expensive attacks, though, so she's not doing anything like, I would think, oh, she'd be very good for Atlas, but, and she's spec'd well for it. She's resistant to Whoosh. She can restore a little bit of MP. But the reality is that she'll get off, like 4, maybe 5 attacks, and then be done. Her abilities are just too expensive for long fights, but still, very useful unit. And she's got a nice little heal here. It activates on turn 2, and you can only use it once. But yeah, it's heals a lot of HP, buffs all their attacks. All their stats. Spell resistance, defense, attack, wisdom. I think it's the first thing to buff wisdom. Also, guys, one thing I forgot. Another thing, like, I completely looked over this. Nobody ever talked about this before. Alright, just take 1 second here. Look over his attacks, okay? This is the Prince again, obviously. There is one thing that no other unit has done this so far. Hero units specifically. Something that is specifically on hero units that we all know how this mechanic works now, right? Wrong. Okay? First of all, both of the new heroes, alright, their coup de grace works on turns 2. Turns needed. 2. Okay? What's this? What is this? Times usable. 2. That actually makes this a darn good attack. Okay? I still wouldn't want to spec my weapon for it. But yeah, you can use this twice. That's actually pretty relevant. You can also use this in arena. Turn 1, Kassizzle. Okay? Mess some things up. Turn 2, the thing that like still has a lot of HP or whatever, maybe. You can march right up and use your coup de grace on it. Turn 2. The fact that it can recharge doesn't matter. I do believe that the second time you use it, you will need a turn in return, in between. So, like, you could use it turn 2 and then turn 4. I do think it needs a turn to, like, recharge. It kind of resets the count on it. But anyway, I've never seen anybody mention that the hero, the Prince of Canik, can use his coup de grace twice. So it actually makes it very good. That does not apply to the Princess, which I wish it did, because in a short-term fight, like a short fight, I could consider her a healer if she could heal twice, but she can only heal once. Metal Dragon, one of the worst S ranks right now. Now, if you're looking for a tank, and he resists the right elements, I don't remember what he resists. Sometimes all you need in a tank is not exactly a tanking ability, but just for him to fill a hole. He's good for that, he's very tanky, but he does like no damage right now. But he becomes amazing after he blooms. We've gone on about that. Okay, Nimzo. Nimzo has a counterattack when he awakens. I didn't get an awakening copy of him. When I do, I might rank him up. But I don't think he's worth a rank up right now. He probably does some really good damage, but he's frizz damage. Everything awesome does frizz damage. Okay, frizz damage is who cares? Okay. Killing Machine. I actually didn't have Killing Machine for the longest time, so I'm low on him. He's a glass cannon. I don't really like him. He's a 50-point unit, but he's only movement 3. He does have a spinning attack move. I don't really like him in arena. I love seeing him in arena because I take him out just super easy. But anyway, he's like, if you're a brand new player, he's probably good to go through story or for, you know, your first team. I don't really see him as something that's worth orbs right now with so many awesome things. But he's probably due to get an awesome Bloom talent soon, so maybe I'll eat my words like any week now, because he's got to get one soon. Draguar. Draguar is an amazing unit. I only just got an awakening on him. Honestly, I put him right there with Lionheart. If you want to awaken a 50-point Whoosh user, okay, melee, you look at your Lionheart, you look at Draguar, whatever one you have more copies of, go for. I do think he's better than Lionheart, but I mean, probably not better when Lionheart has 3 more awakenings on him. Prism Peacock here, pretty useless. He's going to get a Bloom soon. I think he's probably the worst of the Bloom S ranks, but he's going to be far from useless then. We'll find out. Great Dragon is going to have a crack type breath with a cone AoE on it, so amazing. So if you draw copies of this guy right now, no, he's not very exciting, but 2, 3, 4 months time, you're going to be very happy that you drew that copy of Great Dragon. No need to orb them now, though. Orbs will become steadily more common, hopefully, so no reason to rank up any of these Bloom copies, Bloom units right now. Great Troll, that was one of my first fully awakened strengths. He's probably good. He's a decent tank. Let me see. What's his attack like? Well, it's only at level 9. It looks like he's got a decent attack. It'll be over 400 there. He can do some good damage. He's got like spinning attack or rolling attack, something. He'll do good damage, but I don't really like him. Nibbed liked him, so he can't be too bad, but I just don't have the orbs for him. Archdemon. There's just so many other S-rank casters with A-rank boom spells that I can't imagine he holds a candle to him. Let me see. Wisdom. I don't know what his wisdom's like at max level, but I don't know. If you do awaken yours, you could make a lot. There's far worse choices, but I don't see it. Hell Gladiator. That's the only one I haven't gotten an awakening copy of, which is fine because it's sporadic HP regen. Sporadic HP regen. Which doesn't really matter. I don't think he's that strong, although he's probably a lot better with rank ups and whatever. Generally, if you're using this guy, it's for his leader ability, so having him at S4 is just fine. Although, I did see him used on some content by either, I don't know, Pret or Insane Evil, their Hall of Hargan clear videos, which relied on him taking a few hits and actually dealing some damage. So, it's not a waste to awaken him. And here's the thing, he is a unit that you will use on a lot of tough fights, so I wouldn't fault anybody for ranking him up. You may not need to rank him up, but he'll be stronger, okay, on very hard fights. He'll get more chances to poison. He'll have more survivability. Maybe you don't have to use a cover tank then. So there you go. Queen Slime, I've heard is very good in Arena. That's another unit I want to orb up. I have an awakening on her now. Anyway, her glacial, Icy Chains is a really good attack. I don't know how much it's going to do damage-wise. I'd like to give it a chance. Also, I think it's like the reason I want to orb her up is she's fast, tanky, okay, and I don't know if she has anything that furthers martial effects, but she has sporadic MP regen. I think she's the perfect unit to put Chocolate Toss on. It might actually be a really good heal on her. I'll find out someday, but there are just so many things that I have to orb up. King She Slime, it has the opposite ability of Icy Chains. Okay, it's got Headstrong or whatever, Blow Away. I don't know. It's like a cone AoE pattern. Okay, that's cool, but it does like no damage almost. Generally you don't. There's a lot of times where you don't really want to blow things back, so if you want that, it's like in Arena, literally the worst possible unit to bring. Why would you want to push things away? You want to get them up and kill them. Also, if you see this guy in Arena, stay away. If you get hit by that attack from the enemy, you lost 2 turns. You might lose a 3-turn victory. Stay away from King She Slime in Arena, and if you do take it on, kill that thing immediately. Although, this is a small arena tip. If you see a unit like this on an enemy arena team, be careful, because not only is it dangerous all on its own, it means it's a defense team. I hate people that worry about their defense team. There's no fucking defense in Arena. You're taking less points on your last turn, just to your last round, just so you can fuck over other players, which, I don't know, maybe helps you in your rank in the long run. The reality is smart players are going to know not to take you on anyway. Anyway, the other thing is, so if they have this unit on their team's going to be set back in the last row. They're going to have other troll units. You just never ever want to take on a team with King She Slime in it, trust me, okay? Squidzilla is, I heard from one JP player that it's actually the best of the first wave of Talent Bloom units, outside, I would imagine, Dragon Lord. He's going to get more movement. He's going to have a Trailblazer-like attack, like Elena's one that lets her like move through things. He's going to get an attack like that, but it's going to be very strong, and Bang Element could possibly knock out 2 units, 2 or 3 units. It will definitely hurt them. So yeah, as soon as that's another one. This one is actually probably worth awakening now. It has, I believe, Frizz and Sizz resistance. It definitely has Frizz resistance. It has been useful in some big battles so far. I just haven't had the orbs to do it. So if you get yours to like 4 or 5 awakening, it is PvE only, okay? It has no range. It's move 2, no range, but it's got a decent attack. It's got a good bang physical ability. So it definitely helps on some PvE fights. And then in 2, 3, 4 months, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So don't sleep on it. The bloom system I'm very excited for. It's going to have some great... it's going to give us a lot more 50-point options for Arena. Okay, and then A ranks. I'm not going to go over everything. I don't think I'm missing any right now. I think I got all of them. I can't recall. I'm not gonna like focus on it right now, but let me just talk about my favorites. I did a video about Claude. I'm being weak. I'm going for... I want a Princess dupe, and I think I might save for Malroth and cross my fingers that I get him with Tact points. I did buy a metal card to chase dupes of Claude, but I'm weak, especially since I bought my Awakening copy of Seraphi already. That being said, I think he could be an amazing Arena unit. He has like a half cone type damage AoE ability. He's got a high attack. He's actually a little bit tankier than Boreal Dragon. And he does a little bit less than Boreal Dragon, but has more HP. So he sure as hell isn't tanky, but he's stronger. I think he's very much like Boreal Dragon, and I think in a lot of situations going to be better because he can move 4 spaces and then hit the unit in front of him, and then 3, and then 2 spaces ahead of him. So 4 total movement. Anyway, you'll see it. It's a half cone AoE. Very good in Arena, I think. I won't be able to use him. I don't think he's really Arena viable at 1 Awakening. Let me see. Believe here. Did I, Is it still... Oh, okay. Sorry, my screen froze out because I've been going on so long. Alright, almost done. Believe did not work out the way I wanted him to. Although, you know, blinding physical units is nothing to ignore. Let me see. Slan here, great Arena unit. You got something with a bang weakness. He can do it. He can hit anything first turn for the most part, unless they're in the anything that's in the first row. He has range 6 first turn, basically. Only the first turn though. Okay, he has move 4 the first turn, not the second turn. So if you're having him go up the sides or something like that, be careful because he's going to be stuck over there the next turn. Because then he goes to move 2 with. Yeah, his move is still going to be range 2, but you know, I've gotten him in situations where he does something cool the first turn, and then second turn he's just kind of stuck. Khan here, good, but you know, still not an Arena unit as far as I'm concerned. This is not even as good as Hades Condor until you get it fully awakened. So this is a terrible A rank in my opinion. Lethal Armor, fine. Rhinoceros has some use. Tanky. Bodkin Bower, whatever his name is. I don't have any. Apparently he's very strong. I only have him at 2 awakening, so I can't comment. Armored Scorpion, one of the best A ranks. It's a cover tank, high HP, high defense, has a rare chance to double buff his defense for 3 turns. Terrific unit. If you have a copy of this guy already, go ahead and spend 30 nature fragments to get an awakening of him. Yeah, he's fantastic. Boss Troll, not too great at anything, but I think there's probably going to be a fight in the future where he is amazing, because he does have, I think it's only a chance, but he can reduce breath damage. He's got some interesting, he's got meditation, it can be interesting. Rashvarak, crap. Ragnar is good. He's not really high damage, though. Like, you're bringing him for scrap metal, you're bringing him with tank. Boreal Dragon, one of the best units. He's one of my best Arena units, okay? It's very rare that I don't bring him. He's so much better than most of the S ranks in my box. This guy is something to be excited for. You pull the if you don't have him maxed already and you pull him on a banner, that's better than most of the S ranks, okay? Hellion, amazing, just a bit of a glass cannon, and you know, a lot of times in Arena, movement 4 with a range of 1 is just not enough, unfortunately. But yeah, but if you can keep him away from crack and whatever. I think he's weak to crack and maybe bang or whatever. If you can keep him away from his type weaknesses in arena, he can probably take one hit. And if he can hit something the first turn, he'll definitely be able to hit something the second turn too. He does amazing damage to anything with Frizz weakness. So really great there. Bone Baron, a lot of people like him in arena. I don't like B rank spells in arena, so whatever. King Gooey Phlegm here. This is another one of my patrons. His old name was King Bubble Slime, but it's King Gooey Phlegm now. Anyway, any day one player knows about this guy. If you don't have him, I'm sorry. You need to have Hell Gladiator then. Let's see. Green Dragon is... I think Green Dragon's outdated. Still not useless, though. Wordle's going to be really good with his Bloom. It's going to get occasional Spell Reflect. This is how Square gets more money out of whales. Ethereal Dragon, that is Serpent, whatever his name is. That's not an exaggeration at all. He's literally how they get whales to spend more money on stamina. That's it. Don't chase Ethereal, especially... Maybe get one copy. Okay, he's useless. He's literally just stamina bait. Gross. Unicorn, worthless. Black Dragon, this guy will be amazing after his Bloom. Same for Vendor Ghost. This guy sucks. Umbra has some use. Armful, pretty good. Shadow Dragon, suck. Pickle Slime, very good. I haven't seen him used in a long time. This guy, I thought he was going to be really good. He's just too weak. Does, like, no damage. I've never seen him used well. This guy gets a Bloom, and he's still not going to be that good. Lime Slime is fine. He's got Magic Barrier. It's an AoE spell resistance buff, and I've just never seen it used. But I was very excited about that guy. Slime Shroom, Snooze, and Zamel can be useful. Sylvapithecus, two different B-rank spells, different abilities can be good. This guy, I heard that he gets bloomed with the Dragon Lord True Form. I don't know anything about him, but this guy is pretty good. He's got a Falcon Slash. It's, it's decent damage to, non-elemental. And then Dark Spike. I'm sure his Awakening perks increase Dark Spike. No, actually, Falcon Slash potency. That's... Okay. Anyway, I think he becomes a lot better when he blooms. He's an okay unit. Especially since Zam isn't super common, you might use him, but... Axosaurus sucks. Devil Moth or Dust Moth, whatever, is fine. This guy, fine. Lucifer is, he's got Crackle and Boom. He's pretty good. Other than that, he's still just an A-rank caster. Cyclops, I don't think they've done anything with him yet. This guy, he's got Frizzle, that's all. And, yeah, King Slime is a budget tank, that's it. Everything, I'm not going to go over the rest of the box. Anyway, that's about it. Sorry, A-rank's not really too... I mean, they're fairly obvious. Hopefully I told you the good ones. Alright, so this is 43 minutes now. Definitely a long video. It's a box showcase. I knew it was going to go long. I don't know. Hopefully somebody enjoyed this or got, like, some advice. I mean, you want to play the chase games way of DQT. This is what I orbed up. I gave you my reasons. The only one I regret is... yeah, probably Hybrid. I've gotten some use out of them, but I regret it. Like I said, in the future, at this point, I probably wouldn't tell you to upgrade the Royal Dragon, but he's a Royal Reptile, but he's definitely still very useful. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Discord, link in the description. You want one of my units named after you, you want to help the channel grow, patreon.com/chasegames, link in the description. Once again, thank you anybody that tuned in, and I will see you with more coverage soon. Have a good luck on part 2, guys.